Giving God the Glory is the name of this painting. And the story behind this painting is 8 days after my surgery, when they found the very aggressive cancer in surgery. And then I knew I was going to have to fight for my life. And so I chose radiation and chemo, like I've mentioned before. It was scary. It was the unknown of what I was going to be dealing with. I was told I would have burning on the outside of the face and the inside and the head and the back and inside the throat and the mouth, and have ulcers and sores in my throat and my mouth. And they were trying to give me the picture of as much as I could comprehend, I guess, and process at that time. So it was scary. It was a lot of unknowns and not knowing how I was going to make it through it and how I was going to fight for my life while dealing with all the different stuff, and not even knowing at that time how many pains I would be going through in the process. So you go through all these emotions when you first find out you have cancer, and then you go through the emotions and the adrenaline that makes you fight. And then you are in that emotional mindset of, I'm going to fight with everything I have, which is where I was at that time. And I chose both radiation and chemo and had to work on that. But 8 days after surgery, I was having all of these uncertainty and unknown thoughts in my head and scared. But at the same time, I knew I had no choice but just to trust God with everything, no matter what. And I couldn't sleep. So at about 2 a.m. that morning, this is October 31, 2018, I got up and I went into my creative space, my art area, where it's kind of my happy place. And art is my therapy. And so when I went in there at 2 a.m., I just cried. I was just crying to God and asking for help to fight this and to give me the mental and the physical strength to make it through it. And at the same time, I knew I had to trust him, and I had to just give him everything and trust him with it no matter what was going to take place. And I got out some paints, and you could tell it's I think it was Prussian blue color or whatever blue it was, and a canvas. And I just, from deep, deep within, I just painted and poured my soul into that moment. And later realized when I wrote Giving God the Glory on it, it became another series for my art business, but it meant so much that I was just pouring my heart and soul into that area on the canvas, and knowing that I was just giving God the glory through all of this, and that I was praying that he would zap that tumor and heal this so I could fulfill his plans and purposes that he had in my life to still stay here. Yes, I was asking more time. I was being selfish, but I wanted to stick around and be with my kids and grandkids more, and my family and everything I had going. And, you know, there's so many times in our lives that we hit this wall. We don't know what's going to happen. We have no clue how we're going to figure it out and how we're going to work it out, whatever we're going through, whether it's an illness or just life. Bottom line is, we just have to give it all to God and just let him take it. And he's going before us, and he's helping us walk through that journey, no matter what it is. And something else that's helped me is a devotional book that a friend of mine gave me. And I was just looking at today's, and I'm going to read this to you because it meant a lot this morning when I read it. Stay calmly conscious of me today, no matter what. Remember that I go before you as well as with you into the day. Nothing takes me by surprise. I will not allow circumstances to overwhelm you so long as you look to me. I will help you cope with whatever the moment presents. Collaborating with me brings blessings that far outweigh all your troubles. Awareness of my presence contains joy that can endure all eventualities. And Jesus Calling is the devotional book that I was talking about. It's just every day that I read it, and I don't read it every day, but every day it speaks to me personally, and especially with my cancer healing journey, it's meant so much to me because, again, bottom line, we just have to trust. We sometimes have no choice. It's like, where do we go? We just have to trust and try to stay as positive as we can, and also to help others. And my journey, I hope, is helping as many as possible deal with their cancer journey, or even just deal with life's challenges, the tough situations. No matter what, we just have to give God the glory in everything and trust Him to help us to learn and grow through it and to help others. So I hope this has helped you, and I just am wanting to encourage you to, again, stay positive and keep trusting. Trusting God through everything is huge. Thank you.